Hello, let's solve a numerical problem that is based on Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, based on the Kirchhoff's voltage law, I am going to draw a circuit. In that circuit, I am going to find the value of a current that is passing through a particular resistor. Okay, so let's get into the problem. Now I am going to draw the circuit diagram. So I have connected two resistors of value 25 ohms and 15 ohms, right? Now I am connecting a battery of supply voltage 50 volts, 50 volts. This is the positive terminal, this one is the negative terminal of the battery, right? Now in between the 25 and 15 ohm, I am taking another branch such that the branch holds another battery which is having a value of 25 volts. It has a value of 25 volts. Now in this branch again I am connecting another resistor of value 10 ohms. The value of the resistor that is connected in series with this 15 ohm resistor is 10 ohms, right? So this is the fundamental circuit, this is the basic circuit, and this is the circuit that needs to be considered. Okay, so now once again I am explaining. You have a resistor of 25 ohms. This resistor 25 ohm is connected in series with a 50 volt battery supply, and you have a junction here, and from this junction you have a branch. That branch consists of two values of resistors, one is 15 ohm and other one is 10 ohm, and in between these two values of resistance, from this junction you have another branch which is consisting of which has another voltage source of 25 volts. So in this 25 volts, this is a negative value and this one is the positive terminal, right? This is how the circuit looks. Now we are going to mark the corners. So what is the question that is given is calculate the current through the 10 ohm resistor. So you need to calculate current. You need to calculate the value of the current through this 10 ohm resistor. Which one is this 10 ohm resistor? You need to calculate the current that is flowing through this 10 ohm resistor. That is the question. Okay, so you are given with a circuit and you need to identify or calculate or find the value of the current that is passing through this 10 ohm resistor, right? So before starting, first thing you need to mark the corners A, B, C, D, E and F. So this is the first step. So once a circuit is given to you, the circuit under consideration is given to you, you need to mark the corners as A, B, C, D, E and F, right? Now what you have to do is you need to mark the direction of travel. Let us assume the direction of travel will always be in the clockwise direction. Similarly, in this loop, the direction of travel will always be in the clockwise direction, right? This is how the direction of travel moves, in the clockwise direction. Now you need to mark the direction of currents. Okay, how we are going to mark the direction of currents? See, this battery value is 25, this battery value is 50. So this battery value have a higher voltage. So let us start with the higher voltage. So let us assume that the current which is flowing out of this battery is I, denoted by small letter I. So this current I passes through this 25 ohm resistor. At this junction B, what will happen? The current will be divided into two. One current flows along the branch BE and another current flows through the branch BCDE, right? So the current which is flowing through the branch BE, let us assume the name of the current be I1. Let us assume that current I1 flows through the branch BE, and you will get another current you will get another current called as I2. You will get another current I2, and this current I2 flows through the branch BCDE such that it passes through the resistors 15 ohm and 10 ohm. So this is how you got the circuit. This current I2 will pass through BC, again through CD it flows as I2, again in the branch DE it flows as I2, and at this point what will happen, I1 and I2 will meet up. I1 and I2 will meet up to get the resultant value I. Kirchhoff's current law. So I is the current. Here from here it will be I. It divides into I1 and I2. Similarly, at this point I1 and I2 join together in order to give a current I. So I1 plus I2. So I1 plus I2 will be I. I is a current which flows, and it is the current which enters into the negative terminal of the battery. So the current which is moving out of the battery terminal is I, and similarly the current which is getting into the negative terminal of the battery is also I. Okay, this is the entire circuit. This is how you need to mark the corners, and you need to assign the value of the current along with its direction. You should mark the direction of the currents in this loop. So in this circuit you have two closed loop. One is this one. This one is the first loop, and this one is the second loop. So this is a closed loop. This one is also a closed loop, right? Now let's get into the problem. The problem is we need to calculate the current that is passing through the 10 ohm resistor. We need to calculate the current that is passing through the 10 ohm resistor. So what is the current that is passing through the 10 ohm resistor? The current that is passing through the 10 ohm resistor is nothing but I2. I2 is the current which is passing through this resistor. So if you get the value of I2, then your task is accomplished, right? So before starting, what you need to do is you need to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law, right? So let's start with this one. So let us consider the loop A, B, E, F, A. So A, B, E, F, A. This is the closed loop. Okay, in this loop you are going to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. So again, so what will happen? My direction of travel is in this clockwise direction. So as I keep on rotating in the clockwise direction, I encounter a current I. That is flowing along with me, and it is passing through this 25 ohm resistor. So what will happen? My value will become minus I into 25. Minus I into 25. Again, I encounter another current I1. While traveling in the clockwise direction, I also encounter a battery terminal. I encounter a battery, a voltage source of 25 volts. And while moving in the clockwise direction, I encounter the negative terminal of the battery first. Then I'll encounter the positive terminal of the battery. So while I'm encountering the first terminal which I encounter is the negative terminal, so I need to add a positive sign over here. So positive sign over here, and I will put this value of the voltage source plus 25. That's it. Okay, because while moving in the clockwise direction, I encounter the negative terminal of the battery first. Because I encounter the negative terminal of the battery, I will add a positive sign, and I will give this value of the voltage source as 25 over here. Then again I keep on moving in the clockwise direction, so my loop will go like this. So while coming here, I will encounter the negative terminal of the battery. While moving in the clockwise direction, I keep on rotating. While rotating, I encounter the negative terminal of the battery here. First I encounter the negative terminal of the battery, so I will add a positive sign automatically, and I will add this 50 volts. This 50 plus 50 plus 50, and this I25 we have already done. So since this is a Kirchhoff's voltage law, voltage law states that the sum of the individual voltage drops in a closed loop will be equated to 0. So I need to equate it to 0. So if I equate it to 0, what will happen? Minus 25I minus 25i plus 50 plus 25 is nothing but 75 is equal to 0. Minus 25i is equal to minus 75. Therefore, I is nothing but 75 divided by 25. So, what is 75 divided by 25? So, 75 divided by 25 is nothing but 3. So, 3 is the value, 3 amperes. So, therefore, I is nothing but 3 ampere. So, the value of current I which is getting into this 25 ohm resistor is nothing but 3 amperes. So, I am going to erase this working. Let's erase this one, and I'll write the value separately over here. So the value of I is equal to 3 ampere. The value of I is nothing but 3 ampere. Now we need to consider this loop. That is, we need to consider loop B, C, D, E, B. So we need to consider B, C, D, E, B. You need to consider B, C, D, E, B. This is the loop that we need to consider, right? So what will happen is we need to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law, KVL. So starting at this junction, I keep on moving in the clockwise direction. While moving in the clockwise direction, I encounter a current that is moving along with me. So what I do is that I automatically add a negative sign and I multiply this value of the current along with this resistance. So minus I2 into 15. Again I keep on rotating. I encounter another current I2 that is moving along with me. So what I do is I automatically assign a negative sign and I multiply the value of current I2 with this resistance value of 10 ohms. Now again I keep on rotating here. When I rotate, I encounter the positive terminal of the battery. Before that we encountered the negative terminal of the battery. Now I encountered the positive terminal of the battery. Since I have encountered the positive terminal of the battery during my clockwise direction, I will automatically assign a negative sign. I will automatically assign a negative sign and I put this value 25 over here. 25. That's all. The entire loop is closed, is completed. So then finally I will equate it to 0. So what will happen? Minus 15I2 minus 15I2 minus 10I2 minus 15I2 minus 10I2 minus 15I2 minus 10I2 is equal to 25. Right, I am taking this 25 minus 25 to the right hand side, so it will become plus 25. Now I am changing the signs. 15I2 plus 10I2, 15I2 plus 10I2 is equal to minus 25. 15I2 plus 10I2 is equal to minus 25. So what will happen? 15 plus 10 is nothing but 25I2. 25I2. 15 plus 10 is 25I2 is equal to minus 25. So what will be the value of current I2? I2 is equal to minus 25 divided by 25. So the answer is minus 1 ampere. So we need to calculate only I2. Sometimes if they ask us to find I1 also, then you need to consider this branch. Now since they are asking you to find only I2, no need to find this one. Even if you calculate this loop also, never mind. But now what will happen? You have found the value of I2. I2 is nothing but minus 1 ampere. So will any current have a negative value? Currents won't have a negative value like minus 5 amperes, minus 10 amperes, you won't get a negative value. You always get the value of current will always be positive. For example, in a circuit also, while doing Ohm's law, if you connect an ammeter in the circuit, the ammeter will give you current values like 5 ampere, 6 ampere, 7 ampere, 8 ampere. Does any ammeter give you a value like minus 2 ampere, minus 3 ampere or minus 4 ampere? No, the ammeter is not designed to give a negative value. The ammeters are designed to give a positive value only. But in your circuit, what is happening when your calculation, this I2 value is becoming minus 1 ampere. But now what will happen means when the current I2 is flowing from, this current I2 is flowing from the point C to D. It is flowing from the point C to D, right? From the point C to D, I2 is flowing through this 10 ohm resistor. So while it is moving from this 10 ohm resistor, what will happen? From C to D, the value is minus 1 ampere. From C to D, the value is minus 1 ampere. So what does it mean? Minus won't be. Again I'm telling, the current doesn't take negative values. So from C to D, the value of current is negative, means from D to C, what will happen? For example, if the current happens to flow from D to C, let us assume that the current happens to flow from this direction, the opposite direction from D to C, then the value of the current will be 1 ampere. See, this I2 is minus 1 ampere, means the current direction is from C to D. From C to D, it is minus 1 ampere. Current does not have a negative value. So we need to take a positive value. So our answer is correct. We need to have 1 ampere. So in order to get 1 ampere, what we need to do is we need to change the direction, and we need to give a statement that the current flows from D to C instead of C to D. So I am changing the direction. Once the direction has been changed, automatically what will happen? The ammeter will be reading 1 ampere. So that is what it happens over here. So while assigning the current, I have assigned it in the opposite direction. So that is from C to D. From C to D, the value of the current gives a negative value. So my current does not have a negative value. So I need to add a statement stating that the direction of the current is not from C to D, but the direction of the current is from D to C. It is from D to C, and the value is 1 ampere. So the magnitude of the current is same. The magnitude of the current is same, but the direction is different. Okay, if the direction is different, means no problem. You need to just add a statement, but the magnitude should always be same. So for 1 ampere, you shouldn't get 3 ampere or 5 ampere, right? You got only minus 1 ampere. Since it's a negative value, you should assign the direction from D to C. Now you need to add a statement such that the value of the current is minus 1 ampere when the current flows from C to D as per the circuit diagram. But since current does not have a negative value, we need to change the current. Usually is in this diagram is flowing from the point D to C, such that if it flows from D to C, then the value of the current will be positive, that is 1 ampere. So the value of I2 is nothing but 1 ampere. So now your task has been accomplished. Thank you all.